Hello everyone, it's Jamarl Thomas. Welcome to the Progressive Soapbox. So this month, Hillary Clinton is releasing her book, What Happened? I hope she's standing on the cover of it. What happened? Essentially a book of revisionist history that serves to say that, hey, it wasn't my fault after all. The fault was Bernie Sanders and Comey and Russia. It was everyone else. It was everyone else. It wasn't me. I'm blameless. Yes, I was the candidate. Yes, I was running the campaign. Yes, I was the most disliked candidate in history with the exception of Donald Trump. Yes, I had a criminal investigation on me for the course of an entire year. All of those things are true. Yes, the Clinton Foundation was a slush fund. Yes, the information that was released through WikiLeaks showed that the DNC was cheating Sanders. All of those things were true. All of them. But I'm blameless. I'm blameless. None of those things were factors in me losing the election. The problem was Bernie Sanders and Russia and Comey. I find this to be amazing. I find this to be absolutely amazing. There is a level, a breathtaking level of externalizing failure. There's a massive amount. I'm going to read a clip from this book. Look, man, I'm not amazed by this. It's just she's acting as if people didn't have eyes and that people weren't around, and that she's giving this out as if she's a trustworthy source to go to for information on the campaign. Nobody believes that. People thought Donald Trump, who lies as easily as breathing, thought he was more trustworthy than Hillary Clinton. This is the excerpt that was released today, that was leaked. Throughout the primaries, every time I wanted to hit back against Bernie's attacks, I was told to restrain myself, noting that his plans didn't add up, that they would invariably mean raising taxes on middle-class families, or that they were little more than a pipe dream. All of this could be used to reinforce the argument that I wasn't a true progressive. You're not a true progressive. And yes, all of those things, this commentary, is a right-wing commentary. It does mean you're not a true progressive. Yes, that's exactly what that means. It has nothing to do with Sanders. It has everything to do with what do you represent and what do you stand for. You got $1 billion to run in an election. $1 billion. Essentially a blue-collar billionaire. Or a billionaire. Do you honestly believe that people are so stupid that they don't believe that you're going to use that money and lean to those people who gave you the money? People understand it's a bribe. People understand that the Clinton Foundation is a slush fund. Again, the information released in WikiLeaks shows the money going back and forth. State Department, Clinton Foundation, favors. Let's keep going. That statement annoyed me. I'm sorry. My team keep reminding me that we didn't want to alienate Bernie's supporters. President Obama urged me to grit my teeth and lay off Bernie as much as I could. I felt like I was in a straitjacket. I eagerly look forward to the next debate, to the first debate on October 2015. Whatever. I don't believe that at all. Part and parcel to the reason that the debates were so minute or were in off and weird hours of the day was because they were trying to shield Hillary Clinton from competition. The last thing they wanted is Hillary Clinton to be on the debate stage. And if you look at the debates, it was clear why. She got the stuffing kicked out of her. Yes, she could beat Donald Trump. That's a low bar. In the Democratic primary, when she was standing on stage with Sanders, particularly in the second debate, she got squashed. She got absolutely squashed. Representing nothing, talking in circles, this kind of political jargon when the other person standing beside him would just give flat, straight answers. People saw and measured and found you lacking. That has everything to do with you. That's not them. Blame yourself. If you're looking for somebody to blame for the reason you lost your presidential campaign, blame yourself. Look in the mirror. That's where the blame resides. It doesn't reside on anybody else. This idea that it was her turn is fascinating to me, because I have no idea why she believes it's her turn. Whether Sanders is a Democrat or not, at the time when he was running, he was a Democrat. This wasn't, how can I say this? You can say that Sanders created a clear disparity between who the Democratic Party was and who Sanders was. That's true, and that's fair. But this idea that he got you to lose is insane. That's insane. You still had a huge number of people who were Bernie supporters still voted for you. Still voted. So, yes, I voted green. Yes, I know a lot of others that voted green. But you weren't going to get my vote anyway. Particularly not after cheating Sanders. Which is kind of the point I'm getting at. You ran the campaign in a way that assumed that the American public was going to vote for you. That assumed that Donald Trump was a goddamn maniac. He was a gun. And that America was not going to shoot itself in the face. So you had free reign to do whatever you wanted. Whether that's cheating Sanders or whether that's choosing Tim Kaine after almost losing to a socialist. I'm saying you lost because of your choices. You lost because of the choices of the last administration. I mean, Obama trying to push the TPP at the exact same time Hillary Clinton is trying to distance herself from the Trans-Pacific Partnership. The party lost because of the things that the party did. The party lost 1,000 seats. Bernie Sanders, meaning legislative seats, he wasn't running in 1,000 legislative districts. Your reasoning for losing was on you. That was on you. Stop trying to obfuscate and blame other people in your revisionist history. And look, this is only going to go for Hillbots. Hillbots are the only people who are going to look at this and be like, well, that's what Hillary Clinton said. It must be true. The overwhelming majority of the population doesn't believe it. They see it for what it is. At least that's my thought. Hillary Clinton did not get high marks on honesty. And I think anybody with two brain cells that rub together know full well that a person who lost $1 billion in a presidential race might as well burn their money on the White House lawn, would seek to find ways to obfuscate why they failed at such a degree. Money wasn't going to put food in people's belly or paying for school or anything else. That money literally was burned on the White House lawn with Hillary Clinton failing to win against reality show hosts. If you want to read a book, read Shattered. Don't waste your money on this. That's my suggestion. I'll put the link at the bottom for the excerpt, and I'll leave it at that. She's ridiculous. And if the Democratic Party knew what was good for it, they would turn tail and run from the Clintonites as fast as they possibly can. You've lost everything. It's hard to put that in perspective on how much the Democratic Party lost, and to the most rabid, batshit crazy group of Republicans that has ever walked the face of this country's history. I mean, in this country's history. They're insane. And yet, the Democratic Party can't beat them. They lost 1,000 legislative seats. They lost the House, the Senate, Supreme Court, even when it was supposed to be theirs, and the presidency. They lost everything on every level of government. But the problem was Sanders. The problem was Bernie Sanders and Russia. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'll leave it at that. Alright guys, if you enjoy the content, feel free to share, rate, subscribe, and of course, you can always support the work through Patreon. An investigation needs to be opened up into Hillary Clinton with her dealings with the Clinton Foundation, and with a real investigation into the email scandal. We found out that it wasn't a real investigation. All of it was theater. So the question becomes, is Trump going to open up an investigation, or is the Justice Department going to open up an investigation into Hillary Clinton? If I'm not mistaken, I heard somewhere they were talking about a special prosecutor. That's another video. All I'm saying is, this book is ridiculous. I would say don't waste your money. Alright guys, have a good one.